Hi, welcome to our Empower Today podcast. This week we've been thinking about homes in our series Holy Landscapes. Today I want to read you part of Frederik Buechner's book called A Longing for Home. He's a vicar and a writer, and he says this: those are some of the places the search has taken me, and what can I honestly say I have found along the way. This is in his search for a home. I think the most I can claim is something like this. I receive maybe 300 or 400 letters a year from strangers who tell me that the books I have spent the better part of my life writing have one way or another saved their lives, in some cases, literally. I'm deeply embarrassed by such letters. I think if they only knew that I am a person more often than not just as lost in the woods as they are, just as full of darkness, in just as desperate need. I think if I only knew how to save my own life. They write to me as if I'm a saint, and I wonder how I can make clear to them how wrong they are. But what am I beginning to discover is that, in spite of all that, there is a sense in which they are also right. In my books, and sometimes even in real life, I have it in me at my best to be a saint to other people, and by saint I mean a life giver. Someone who's able to bear to others something of the Holy Spirit, whom the creeds describe as the Lord and giver of life. Sometimes, by the grace of God, I have it in me to be Christ to other people. And so, of course, have we all, the life-giving, life-saving and healing power to be saints. I believe that it is when that power is truly alive in me and through me that I come closest to being truly home. Come closest to finding or being found by that holiness that I may have glimpsed in the charity and justice and order and peace of other homes I have known, but that in its fullness was always missing. I cannot claim that I have found the home I long for every day of my life, not by a long shot, but I believe that in my heart I have found and have maybe always known the way that leads to it. I believe that Buechner, that's an American writer, was right, and that the home we long for and belong to is finally where Christ is. I believe that home is Christ's kingdom, which exists both within us and among us as we wend our prodigal ways through the world in search of it. A saint, a life giver. I kind of like that, don't you? Rather than a saint being someone that glides through this earth and never even breaks wind. Frederik Buechner is saying a saint is someone who's a life giver. Why? Because they've got the Holy Spirit within them. Can I challenge you as I challenge myself? Let's be life givers in our homes. It's quite easy sometimes to do it out there when we're on show, performing in front of others. I find I'm at my rawest, maybe at my most real, in my home. Maybe that's where I want to be a saint the most, a life giver the most. Take care.